Things I get myself into in heaven. You guys crazy. I got stuck right there. These muddy soils went up to the knees. They did. And look, there's snakes all over the place. I never even saw that one. Look at that one. Guys, you gotta be careful out here in heaven. I mean, look at that one. But that wasn't the largest snake. That's a pretty one though. Look, they're grabbing the spot that another one vacated. Let's see where they go. Probably just underneath it. They probably want to get on top of this stash right here. Boy, did I miss one. I was standing right there. Never saw the tiny one. Then something jumped at me. They weren't trying to strike. I could tell. But I've never seen a snake like dive into water like an Olympic swimmer, you know? It was a large brown snake. That thing had to be at least 3.5, 4 feet long. But there's no way I'm going to be getting through this thing right here, so I decided to try to climb up here. What the heck do I get myself into? I mean, look at this. This makes the adventure more enjoyable, you know? It makes the adventure more adventurous. I've already tested the structure of it. That'll hold us quite nice. I got something to hang on to. But one wrong step, I go down up to the neck. And then I get to hang on to a few snakes. They might even crawl up my pants, not knowing who it is or what it is. Man, you gotta be more careful out in heaven. You do. See, I can't tell if there's something gonna be right here. Let's hope they slither downwards, you know. It's not like we can hang on to the tire. Let me go ahead and try to stretch over this thing like a gymnast. There's no way out of here. There's no way up. Well, I could climb up here and then, you know, climb up on that thing right there. That looks quite heavenly, but I'm trying to make it to that heaven. I'll try the quickest route. Quickest and easiest thing I've probably done all day. Don't stick your tongue out at the snakes because you beat them at their own game, you know, getting around them things. Hey, let's leave a handprint. I've been leaving things all day. Footsteps. Heck yeah. Reference. Hey, look at that. Another one for my collection. See, it's all about heaven today. I'm just out here exploring. That's all I'm going to do until like 8 o'clock. I'm waiting for the sun to come out to give me some heavenly opportunities, pictures. Look at that. Now I see why the bears love it out here so much. It's a great place to raise the family. Oops, there's a spiky web. What the heck do I get myself into? Wonder how many snakes are going to be in this thing. Let's hope I can sneak around to the side over here. I've been having to dodge The long ones all day. They like it out here just like we do. We have to share the experience. I'm trying not to slip. Oh, that's odd. Nothing there. By far one of the most heavenly spots I've ever been to. Look, they even placed a tree here for you to sit on, you know. These are not my Budweiser days. Those days had to come to an end for a little while, you know. Let me grab my spot in the theater right quick. MySpace, a different kind of MySpace, not from 2007. Nice little spot to lay down and chill, but it's already 4 o'clock. It takes a while to get this far, it really does. I hope you like it though. I mean, look how they have it all set to the left. I mean, I thought about going to the North Georgia mountains to experience the same exact thing. And I'm just halfway there. I wonder how places like this are created though. Who's the one that creates it? I better look around. I smell something that smells like iron. And it's real strong. I don't see anything red. Welcome to heaven. I'm having the time of my life. I mean, we all get to see this in my videos. I mean, what more can you ask for? I know you're going to say fights, gold digger pranks, that kind of stuff. Jackass stuff. Dang. But I mean, you can't go wrong with this kind of stuff. You can't. Hey, it looks like Bacchus. Some leaves surrounding its eye, That's just a different eye. I gotta keep going though. I mean, I have an agenda for the day. I know you're gonna say vacation times is not time for agendas. It's not. Well, I wanna go exploring the woods, and this is just like a super highway. With a little bit of a slow down. That's all this is. A super highway to get there quicker. Just cut through the landscape, taking the super highway through heaven. And you get to see it all. Really though, I'm almost ashamed of myself because I'm leaving footsteps out here. I mean, look at this. I mean, that's a disgrace to the landscape right there. That's the reason I keep talking about things like this. You're supposed to just leave it alone. You are. And come out periodically to pay your respects as you get to look at things in a very spiritual way. All right, keep a lookout for the long things. And keep a lookout for that. Beautiful. I mean, this is my crawling spot. The feet are wet, which means you will slip if you're not careful, They should come out here and put sandpaper on it. Just kidding. What a heavenly day. I'm not going to brag or anything like that, because I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more days of my vacation. This is only day number 2. And look what I'm doing. Exactly what I feel. Man, look at those flowers. I mean, you take that out of the equation right there, we're all set. I mean, you take those lines out. Let me get some more pictures. That's nice right here. Da Vinci style. I'm in no hurry at all. And once I get up in the woods, I'll just cut backwards, do what I want to do. Exploring these woods I've never explored in before. That's why I came out today, to get in the woods like I haven't before. And the thing is, it's already 4 o'clock. I have 4 hours to get back to the parking area. And if I stick next to the road or close to the road, we'll get back in no time. Excuse me. I stutter when I step. I don't want to be caught off guard by something, Oh, look, that's cool. Check that out. That was the place I was going to step. We don't want to disturb that. They're doing their thing out here playing around. Let's take the right. Oh, dang. What the? Oh, crap. See, I can't tell if that was a frog or if that was a snake. Something just took off real quick. Right here. That's what you got to keep a lookout for. Man. You got to keep a lookout on the corners, guys. The corners is where it's at. No, I'm not talking about the... Don't think like that. Don't. The corners is where it's at. Whoa. Dang. Look at that. Look at the mountain laurels too. Georgia outdoors at its best. Now this is the hard part right here. I mean, getting up on here at an angle is not that bad. It's not. It's just like once you get up in the woods. I mean, it's been 5 years since I've been up here, so you know things have changed. I don't know though. I mean, once you get up there, you're still gonna have this slanted rock up here. You'll see, and it's really wet. I mean, every last one is wet, and the snakes like to hang out on the side. I mean, this one time, 6 or 7 years ago, I was trekking through the woods. I think I was on spring break or something like that. And I was coming up in here when it was all wet. And there had to be at least 3 snakes that just like jumped in the water. And they were right next to each other too. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine? I'm surprised there aren't any here now. See, this is all I'm doing is taking one of my heavenly treks. All right. I mean, here's a spot right here. It's nothing but wet out here. These waters have been flowing through this for at least what, 30,000 years maybe? Maybe longer than that. All this ice out here. I'm trying to get on the spots that show the sand and stuff up here. Give me something to grab onto, you know? But see, that's the thing though. When it comes to places like this, like everything's all perfectly timed, you know? I tell you about timing out here every single time I talk about it. I mean, what did it take to break through this right here? What did it take for the waters to break through all this? I know it's a lone zone through here. How low it is, how it cuts through the landscape. Water is always looking for the lowest point. But that's what I'm talking about, the timing. How they timed it so perfectly. Like the ice age and stuff. The times that it froze up. Man, you know this is crazy. Gotta be careful. Yeah, but just like the ice age and stuff and all the times of freezing. Where they worked so hard at it to break it up. And just send in the water during floods and, pull out the shards and stuff. The broken all pieces. That's what I mean by the timing. They know how to do things out here. Around this planet. To make things work. It's a machine. It's like a machine. It's exactly what it's like. It's like a machine. And if things need to be done, if things need to be broken up, accessible, whatever, they're going to do what it takes to make it happen. Just like if there's something else, they'll just freeze it up. They'll create an ice age or something, you know. They'll shift the planet, rotate the planet on its axis. Get it to face a certain direction. Just so they can freeze something up. To free it up, really. Wonder where the water comes from, though. All over. I'm thinking. This looks pretty dang new right here. I mean, you could tell how loose the soil is, how it's just like tossed over. I mean, no, actually, that's not that new. I can tell now. There's like moss and stuff growing underneath it. Probably last couple of years or something. Wasn't like this before. The things I get myself into. Oh well, it's not that bad. I can get around. I can. I'm almost afraid to move it. The balance of it out here. Is there like an easy way to step over? I know there's this. There's meat. I'm hoping that's not telling me that there's teddy bears out here. Going to be trying to check us out. When I see meat that's been ripped apart, if that's what that is, it could be anything though. They could be out here. Hey, look, they're talking. Anything to make a voice, guided by noise and frequency, passing through the landscape. You just have to know how to put it together and hear it, what they're saying. Wonder how much further I gotta go though, before I trek through the woods. That's one thing that we could run into though, besides spots like this. You know, let's hope there's not too many more of these things right here. Whatever that is, it sounds close. I guess we're getting closer to where we need to be. It's gonna be a nice workout trying to get back though. That's all I want to do, guys, is just explore today. Uh-oh, it's up to the knees up in here. I went down in the mud. Yeah, when you start to hear vehicles accelerate, you know you're close to something. You're gonna say, dummy, look at the map. Look at Google Maps compared to where you are. You know, that'll tell you how close you are to where you need to be. But what? Oh, that scared me too. Butterfly. Little dragonfly thing. But that's one thing too, guys. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I only made it so far up here because it takes so long to get out here. And I had no idea where I was at the time. And I would just get too nervous, you know, and just call it quits and just go back. Next thing you know, it took 12 minutes to get back to the parking location. It took 12 minutes. But look at this. I mean, if we have this to get through, these kind of hills, it's gonna be a little bit crazy. Yeah, but what I'm thinking about with that old road, there could be old bottle dumps, old home sites that we might trip up on, you know. We might trip up on a pile of bricks. But that's it, it's just one of my hobbies. You know that. I need to do more of it, I do. Just come out and cut through the landscapes of time. I'm not gonna say it's a form of conquering. I guess you can say that's what it is. A form of conquering. to conquer the landscape. I thought I saw some flags over here sticking up out of the ground. Oh, yeah, there go. Yep, there's flags up there. You can barely see them. That means they're getting ready to lay new trails out here in this park space. You see the orange ones? They should be orange and blue. They're tagging areas to make new trails, the most convenient locations to make the new trails out here. Making that thing legit. You got them on the left side, you're about to put them on the left side, what about the right side? They're probably going to say it's going to be too much. You're crazy. At least I still have 82% left on the battery at barely 4 o'clock. 4 hours to get back. I've been here since about 1 o'clock. Man, would you look at that? Let me go ahead and grab some portraits on this thing right here. Portraits of the lady. Yeah, they started raking out the trail. They picked the heavenly spot though. Surprised I haven't expanded this far before. They got tags all over the place. Look at what they raked out right here. They're going to say, Da Vinci, you're going to be the first one on the new trail that has never been used before. It's not really active yet. I don't think they mapped it out. They just started raking it out though. Wouldn't that be a lovely job? I mean, imagine that. Imagine this kind of job though. You get to walk in places like this and just map out new trails in park space and stuff like that. That's quite the climb. They're going to make you go all the way up here too. Yeah, look at how they rigged it out. That's Da Vinci style. It's almost like they've been watching my videos on how to create heavenly trails through the landscapes and get people out to experience stuff like this, you know, in places that they've never been. You never know what you're going to find. You're going to say, Da Vinci, take the trail all the way up there, man. Maybe the first one to take the trail. I got to stay on that side, though. Oh, this is the cut through. They didn't bring it over here. Or did they? I don't know. Maybe there's just going to be multiple connecting trails through here. They got a flag that goes directly around the creek, through the creek. What you know about that? So we would have intersected a trail anyway. A trail that doesn't exist yet. I guess you can call me a trailblazer. Yeah, they raked it out up here. What you know about that? I came all the way out here to try to take the creek. A super highway. To cut through the woods. Not knowing that they did something like this. I hope it's not illegal to be the first one on the trail. Oops. This one has been pulled down. Now when it comes to that, that's not litter. I mean, I feel like a Lewis and Clark. All right. Well, they got us going up that way. Let's go this way. Oh, they got another trail right here. I'm speechless. Well, because of the light. I'm trying to find that one spot. I might have passed it already though. There's this one spot I made it to. I think this might be it coming up. Where I sat down. Way back in like 2019 or something like that. And I made it to a specific spot. It had to be out here. And I sat down and did an EVP session. Because that was my goal, was to get out as far as possible. In a particular location. To go as far out as possible. Deep out in the woods. Next to a creek. And do an EVP session. And I had all these crazy questions. No, look at that. And I had all these crazy questions. And that's the time when they said I took the devil down. I got the video somewhere. They had a lot of crazy answers in that video too. You took the devil down. That phrase was said right out here somewhere. I kind of remember this right here. Beautiful. That's quite the climb. It'll be quite the adventure though. Let's hope I can get on the right track. But there's no getting lost out here. You can't. I mean, you could have a long time ago, I guess, but in a sense, it just keeps going, but it just comes to a point, you know? It comes to this point where everything just connects at a point. Roads, highways, creeks, whatever, it just converges into a point that I know of. So there's no getting lost out here. Gotta get that foothold. Yeah, I'm hearing vehicles stop and accelerate, which means we're extremely close to where we need to be. They're probably right up here on the hill. They should be down here chilling. Don't slip on the black ice. What was that? Boy. So glad I came out here today. Let me get the gnats out of my eye. Dang, that's deep. It is, you're right. Sorry. They said it is not. Feel no voice right here. Sorry I said that. You're right, it's not deep. It's only probably about the thighs. You're right, it's not deep. I'm sorry. See, they know truth out here. I just heard that, you know. I'm sorry I said that. I don't mean to disrespect the landscape. I don't. I'm sorry. Please forgive me always. Now I'm getting turned around. Even though I'm going in one direction, it feels like I'm going backwards. This is weird. Because when I'm going against the current, like the last few times going against the current, the rock was always on this side. It's almost like they're turning around in the landscape. Hey, look, here's a new trail. Where the little flags at? Why is this taking so long? I mean, I'm not in any kind of hurry. I'm just anxious. Because I don't know what I'm up against when I'm trying to get through the woods, you know. If you see any large black furry things chasing after us, let me know. That's a good sign. It's exactly what I want to see right now. Where's that thing at? There it is. Another blue flag. Means they got the trail up there too. I'm just looking for an easy way back. Question is, where does this come from? See, I don't know what direction to go into. When I come across little side creeks like that, I don't. What just happened just sucked real bad too. Well, I was swatting a gnat trying to get out of my face, and I swatted a branch when I was still walking really quickly, and it boomeranged back into my right eye. I think I scratched my eyeball. It stings too. Let's hope it's just sweat, you know. I'm trying to look through the eye. I'm trying to look through the eye to make sure it's not blurry and scratched, you know. But it burns. That wasn't funny. Watch me fall on my face. I can't get my leg up. I'm ancient. Check this place out. What a fun job indeed. I mean, just walking through the landscape and trying to find the most heavenly route to take a trail, to try to make new trails and all. A 140-year-old oak, white oak. What you know about that? Yeah. But once it gets past 5 o'clock, then it's going to be... Ooh, that was a close one. What kind is this one? Dude never budged. I guess he's waiting for things to float down. He or she. Could be a copperhead. Probably not. Can't tell because of the waves. Gotta be more careful. Man, I was about to step on him too. Let's get in there. Peripheral vision. Look how much they blend in with the soil. Yeah, crazy, but all right. Executive decision that I need to make. I haven't gone as far as I wanted to, but it's going to be 2 miles through the wilderness to get back to the location, the parking location. That is if I stay close to the road. Man. And it's 5 o'clock. So I have basically 3 hours and 15 minutes to get through stuff like this. And I don't know what it's going to be like. I mean, look at these trenches. If I got to climb up and down places like that, but that's what I'm depending on right there. Is the landscape close to the road is where it's leveled off, you know. All I got to do is just keep an eye on the road and know what direction I need to go into. Worst comes to worst, I'll just hop on the road and take that. I want to keep going though. I hate failing. But now they caught my curiosities. I want to know what's up here in this trench. I see a giant rock formation. Right there. They got the new trail right here. I don't know if I have the time. According to my location, I'm about 1,200 feet from the road. And I'm about 2,000 feet from where I need to be. What do I get myself into? I'm hoping that this is not going to be one of those times where I'm running back to the vehicle, the parking location, as quickly as I can through the woods and stuff like this, trying to climb up all over places like this, yelling at myself, you dummy, you dummy, you dummy. I don't want to say the A word. You already know what the A word is. think this is it. I think this is the spot. Oh yeah, this is the spot right here. I sat right here. No, I sat right here on this log. It was in a lot better shape a long time ago. I sat right here. I'll never forget the rocks. The heck is that thing up there? Oh, they're trees. I was hoping it was going to be a clearing in the trees to let me know I was close to safety. Yeah, I sat on this log right here. That was in better shape. And I did like a 30-minute EVP session, pointing the camera here and up here, asking all these crazy questions. They said, I took the devil down. You took the devil down. This is a spot I've never gone past before. Keep a lookout. Finally past that threshold I never made it past before. That's a good thing. Now it makes me feel accomplished. Like I actually did something today. But some of the time they can put an end to that quickly. Man. Now what?